immediately started. And we're starting in a half an hour. So Holly walked by down here. Yeah. I just can't do it.
I want to play there again. Do they still have that stage set
Yeah,
up?
it's just a weird group of people. You know,
The audience or the owners?
owners.
Is it Ken
Yeah.
still?
Yeah. We love you guys. You know,
Yeah.
and we had a good thing going with families with the Indian tribe talk. So things change.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I say, as far as Richland goes, if they are over 1 mile away, it isn't like where if you play anywhere in town, it's significant.
Yeah. I'll
If they're an hour away or a mile away, I have a feeling it would be a completely different audience anyway. Hello, everybody. Oh, I do. I just left that building. I am at the Grand Stereo. For us, it's still about the music. Yeah. Oh, okay. Are you parking in the alley? You go park in the alley. I will park on the street, and then I will shoot my dog. Okay.
Joey got discounted at all.
Nope.
He doesn't see why we do. Joey.
I gotta go get yelled at by my wife. Oh, that's an electric.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I know.
How much?
They sell for like retail like 700, so half that was 10%. And you'll price everything through. Hey, we should have your springs finally. I get Kaiser cables and spring sling color, so we needed enough stuff that I. Yes. Usually it's just a couple of days. And this was just one of those weird times.
Great.
I didn't forget about you.
Lovely. Well, you know, I was just talking to someone you went to high school with. We're getting windows for our new house. I went to talk to a woman named Lynn, and she said, "Oh, Mike," because I told her where I was going. She's like, "Oh, this is so
Oh,
cool."
Delaney used to be Hayes.
Yeah, I don't know what I have her car. I want to call her Miller. I want to call her
Miller, that's it. Yes. Yep.
Anyway, she said to send her regards.
Yep.
She said, "We both started taking guitar at the same time. He got amazing. I never." Anyway.
I like amazing. Tell her thank you.
I will.
Well, she extra likes us because we just gave her $20,000 for windows and doors. So she's yes.
I was sort of lucky when I was in high school. My classmates treated me like I was Springsteen, you know.
Great.
So I had this overinflated, you know.
Not according to her.
No, it was great. I mean, I was fine, you know.
Right.
But you know, once I got out and started playing in Boise and Portland, I realized where I was on the food chain.
In the bigger spectrum, yes. Hey, well, in LeGrand High School world, you were a god. She's like, he was amazing.
I feel so fortunate.
Yes, well, it worked out well.
Hey Tom, what's up, man? How you doing today? I am putting a fingerboard back on a Dean guitar neck. Thanks for being here, man. Just getting ready to glue this bad boy up. Thought I'd share a little bit of the experience with you. Don't drill all the way through the neck, man. Know when to say when. Alright. What I've done here is I've put a couple of little pin nails, finishing nails. They're number 18 by 1 1/4 to get my neck aligned. And when it's sitting in the proper place, it is perfectly lined up, and I can glue it down and not worry about it moving around. As you can see, it's stuck. Zach, hey buddy, it's good to see you, Zach. Thanks for being here, man. Alright, so I'm feeling good about how that's aligned. The fingerboard was purchased by the owner. It is perfectly flat. He sanded it down perfectly flat, which is very odd for an electric guitar. But we're gonna go ahead and see if it works. So I'm gonna, do the reattach the fingerboard and clamp it down. We'll let it sit and dry for a couple, probably till tomorrow, and then we'll do some fret work on it. So I think I'm at a point now where it's time to glue. Okay, we are ready. No turning back now. You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna use the high dollar glue spreader. As my buddy Jerry would say, this is a very expensive glue spreader. Something that happened when I started working on this, almost immediately the owner brought the guitar in, and he had taken sandpaper to the fingerboard and sanded it down flat, which was kind of odd. He was polishing it is what he said, which is fine. And it's like a glass actually, which is great, except for that it's perfectly flat, which is fine. We'll see how that works. But he also sanded on the neck, and the neck had been, again, this is the fingerboard, this is the neck. I think you all know that. And so the neck was kind of rounded off on the sides. So I had to spend, I probably spent good 45 minutes yesterday with a block, knocking down the center portion of this. And in the process of doing that, I realized that the truss rod was loose in here, and it actually came out completely this morning, which I'm glad it did, because now that gives me the opportunity to get it to sit where it's supposed to sit. All of the plastic sheathing that they put around it came off with it, which was great, so I didn't have to deal with replacing that wrap around it. They put plastic sheathing around the truss rod to keep the glue from sticking to it. I have also gone over both pieces of wood with some Roncinol lighter fluid to make sure that they're clean and don't have a bunch of oil in them that will potentially keep the glue from sticking as good as it could. Not too much glue, it doesn't take a lot. Probably going to run this stream just long enough to get this clamped up. I have rehearsed the clamping process on this one yesterday before I aligned it today, so it should be pretty simple. If you have any questions, feel free to ask if you're doing a project like this and need any info or curious about what's going on here. I know this part is so exciting to watch somebody spread glue. It's about as exciting as watching somebody turn screws. All right? All right. Here we go. Good amount of glue squeeze out. I like that. Just a wet rag cleans up the tight bond, gets all the excess off of there. Start clamping and we'll see all the glue squeeze out of this bad boy. Go. I like to work from one end to the other to allow that piece of wood to flatten out over the whole expanse of the neck. Now let's go ahead and wipe some of this excess glue. There we go. Looking good. Looking really good. Oh, that feels great. Nailed it. So one of the cool things about gluing a fingerboard back on is you can kind of align it if there's a little bit of discrepancy in the board actually sitting where it's supposed to. You can really move things a little bit as you move down the fingerboard to make sure everything is going straight. And there we go. Never fails. The moment I start gluing, that's when the phone rings. And my buddy Stu, who is my journeyman here at the shop, usually takes phone calls. He knows I'm up to this.
I think you only did that a while back. I don't think you had finishing mix. I'll tell him though.
Alright.
Alright.
If anybody's curious about any of these steps I'm taking in doing this, I know if you've worked on guitars, you probably have done this before. If not, well, this is the process we go through. You got to get everything aligned is really the most important part, and I can run my finger up the side of this fingerboard and you can't feel any relief. Although I will say that up in this area of the neck right here and the fingerboard's ever so slightly wider than the neck, so it'll take some razor blade work when I get there to get that to lay down flat. Be grinding on that, scraping wood till it sits where it's supposed to sit. Remove enough material. Fortunately, the fingerboard's wider than the neck, so that's a good thing. Really good thing. We're almost there. We're almost there. Let's try and get a clamp on right here. Yeah. Looking good. Looking really good. I apologize if my head gets in the movie. I gotta work here. There we go. It's a plastic hammer. Would not dare do that with a metal hammer. Alright, so we're looking really good here. Just about done with the gluing process. And I'm going to clean off the glue on the bottom edge of this fingerboard here. Get this glue removed. and we'll let this thing dry. Hey Gary, buddy, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a good day, brother. It was great to chat with you last night. Man, I had a great conversation with another partner in the music world this morning. He and I have been working on a few songs together. It might be a little while before we get something released, but sure had a great visit with him. It's always nice to have a little time before going to work to visit with some buddies in the music world. Gary, I think I'm almost there, man. You know what I'm saying. Almost. So what I'm seeing here on this fingerboard is that this side is perfectly flat. Yeah, move this a little bit. This side is just perfectly flat, and the neck is a little bit wider than the fingerboard on this side, and I'm okay with that. I can't stretch the wood wider, so we're gonna have to roll with it, and come what may, we'll make it work. And it's interesting because it's a little bit, the fingerboard, I guess, is a little bit narrow here, but here it's a little bit wide. And on both sides of the fingerboard, so not a whole lot I can do about that, but remove some material and when the time comes. So this thing's looking really good. Want to get the all the glue off of here that I can. There we go. Need a bunch of glue. Oh, thanks, brother. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna let this thing sit. I'm gonna grab a couple more. I got one more clamp here. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can maybe relocate one of these. We'll go ahead and that helped a little. Got a little bit more glue squeeze, just a tiny bit. Okay, that is about all I can do right now for Mighty Whitey. What's up, brother? There we go. Okay, so
that's a clamp.
You got clamps?
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Looks good. All right. So, I am going to have to shut down the stream for a bit, man. It's good to see you guys. I know this has been kind of brief, but I don't know how many people actually spend the whole time watching or whatever, and if you do, I'm really truly grateful. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'm going to get back to this Fender Acoustasonic, turning this into a tenor guitar, and I've spoken with the owner, and we're going to start by using the bottom 4 strings with the same string spacing as a Telecaster ultimately would have. So we're just going to ultimately string it up, the bottom 4 strings, as a tenor guitar. We're a little concerned about plugging all these holes and altering the guitar altogether before we try it, see how the owner see how the owner feels about the neck string spacing. Conspiracy Media, thanks for being here, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with that. It's as y'all probably well know, I'm a type 1 diabetic and I have to eat. I wanted to get a little video up today just to let y'all know that I'm still very busy. And I have a sounds to be a Gibson L7 coming in, I'm thinking within the month, and gonna do a rebuild on that. So some really cool stuff coming up. So I appreciate y'all being here with me. Keep it brief today. Couple of mentions. All of you are probably already subscribed to Gary Hubs. If not, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Subscribe to the Metalhead Hippie, who's sharing music across the world with people from all over the world. Subscribe to Metalhead Hippie. Subscribe to Ron Ward, Homegrown Indie Live. Another great music channel. Jade Star. Be sure to subscribe to Jade Star, especially if you're using iOS systems. She has a remarkably informative show. Zach, I'm going to head out in just a moment. I am getting hungry. So Jade Star. The Falcrow. The Falcrow will be live tonight. He does a Wednesday night hang and it's always so much fun. And he's so much fun to interact with. And I'm grateful to have him as a friend, and we've worked together a lot on getting his studio up and running and playing guitar. Mark Tanner, subscribe to Mark Tanner's channel. I know everybody probably already is. I'm trying to think. Jerry Rosa Stringworks. Definitely look him up. One of the greatest luthiers, I think, in our country, at least visible luthiers. Another guy that I really enjoy is Shango 066. If you want to learn some stuff about electronic supply and repair, if you can handle a little bit of political satire, you might dig Shango 066. He's a very, very remarkably intelligent human. Also the Guitologist, another one that's kind of in that, got a little politics involved once in a while, but it's funny most of the time. Let me think, who have I missed? Jack Flash, of course, co-conspirator in the music world. And a guitar player. I don't know if many of you know that he is a fantastic guitar player. Hetriani. All right, there's a bunch of mentions today. If I missed you, Texas Jackdaw is another one. Be sure to subscribe to those channels. And Lou Reality, my co-moderator on the Homegrown Indie Live show on Ron Ward's program. Now you've all been looking at that guitar. Now you get to look at my beautiful face to say, peace, be kind to one another. We'll see you tomorrow.